Please welcome to the stage, Mike Zakarian.
Good morning. What's up, everybody? Welcome back. Welcome back. It's Wednesday, but it feels like a Tuesday if you are stateside. We got a fun one. We're going to do some NBA Finals. There was a spicy little article that came out on The Athletic that was talking about Dapper. It was talking about Dapper, mostly on the NFL side, but I do think it's an interesting conversation. Tweeted a little something about it last night, but figured, because it's behind that paywall, we can talk a little bit about it. But more importantly, let's see who's in the house. Grote said Kyle Lowry, plus minus of Game 7 with a plus 26 in 24 minutes. There you go. There you go. Sneeps is here, fresh off his Bones concert. We get Snoopaloop letting us know it's Happy National Parrot Day. The Common Man's up in here. We the people. T-Man, Keeper, Boudevine, good morning. Patrick is in the house. Andor, fresh off his giveaway win. Ricky's here. Joker Rock. Who else we got? Cameron, Quinlan in the house. Snoopaloop, are we dead? Great questions all around. Speaking of farming, let's get the farming out. Let's like the stream, subscribe, hashtag finals. What we're going to do today, we're going to talk a little bit about the NBA Finals, and by a little bit, mostly about the NBA Finals, since that tips off tomorrow night. Tomorrow night, Game 1. Get excited. Get excited. We've got that tomorrow. What else we got going on? We'll talk about that article. And then just a reminder, too, Friday morning, there will be no morning show, no officially scheduled morning show. Our travel plans just got blown the F up, so I don't really know what's happening this weekend. Hopefully, we'll have a better handle on that in an hour. Well, not in like 2 hours after we finish the show. I got to talk to my friends over at American Airlines. Really excited about that. I swear to God, man, there's been like this 2-year run of like, shout out Zaza Pachulia. Nothing easy when it comes to this stuff. We're excited. First vacation in a while. And then, so anyways, most likely no show on Friday. I want to try to do something since it's right after Game 1 of the finals. I feel like I got to get something cooking. So I'll figure something out, but just stay tuned for that. Tonight, our man, John Boy Beats back in the streets. We're going to do a little underdog talk. We're going to start to pivot our way into the football situation. So we're going to talk a little best ball tonight. I believe that's going to be at 9 p.m. Eastern. So if you are a fantasy freak, if you are a best ball freak, or if you just like the good old National Foosball League, tune into that tonight. We're going to try to do that every other week, I think, for a little while. And then as we get closer to the season, it'll be every week. So we'll have some fun with that. And then tomorrow we'll have the morning show, which is exciting. And then I don't know what the hell we're talking about tomorrow since we're previewing the game. Maybe, I don't know, maybe some news will drop. A couple other things here. Wanted to talk a little bit about Vegas. So there you go. Viva Team Hold, baby. We're going to be at the Park MGM July 6th. Some are leaving the 9th. The 9th is the Sunday. Some are staying until the 10th because maybe it's cheaper to fly out on Monday morning. So who knows? But we're going to be out there 6th and 10th. And we get some fun shit going on, all right? We get some Summer League games. We'll be at those tickets officially. So the NBA Summer League Experience tickets went on sale a couple weeks ago. This is what I was confused about. However, the tickets to the actual games were on sale yesterday. Went on sale yesterday. So we scooped up some tickets. Just so you guys know, I will officially be going to games on Friday, most likely Thursday as well. But officially bought tickets for Friday. And then I want to make sure I'm there for one day. Tickets secured for one day. Gonna do it on Friday. And then I'll probably go for another day as well. But you should be able to get tickets when you get there. But I wanted to secure a day. And anyway, so Summer League we're going to on Friday. We've already secured tickets to the NBA convention. We will be going to the NBA convention on Saturday. We've got the Team Hold live show. That's going to be on Friday. More details about our guests and all that fun shit. Greg and Dustin will be there. The 89 Cavs will be there. Some of the Shot Tank boys will be there. An NBA player will be there. We're going to have a good time. And then we've got some UFC stuff happening as well on Saturday. So UFC 290s on Saturday. I know a couple of people, especially if you hold those champions moments, that's going to be an exciting time because if you did get tickets to UFC 290, you get to go into the Champions Lounge. So a lot of fun stuff. We're getting really excited about Vegas. We really do hope a lot of you come out and join us. We've had good times the last 2 years. We'll have a happy hour. We're going to go back to our spot at Beer Park again. Which is that at Paris? I always forget the name of the hotel that's a part of, but Beer Park is where we've held the happy hours the last 2 years. We've had a really good time. UFC tickets are not cheap. I know they are. I haven't gotten them yet. I know some people are going, I'm not like, I gotta figure out what the weekend looks like for me personally before I commit to that. Cause I don't also like to have everything planned. You know what I mean? I don't like having every minute planned. All right, it is at Paris. Okay. Anyways, we're getting really excited about that. We hope you guys are really excited. And we hope you join us. If you have any questions, make sure you're in the Discord. Whoa, that's weird. Make sure you're in the Discord and we can answer them there. But I know there's a lot of you coming. Bodavine's going to be there. Bodavine's traveling international, baby. He's going to be there. I know Patrick's going to be out there. Common Man's out there. JJL's going to be there. I think we're getting DJ Local. So I know a lot of the OGs will be out and about for Summer League. So we hope to see you guys out there. But I think that's it. I don't know. Anything else that we want to get into here before we dive in to the NBA Finals. I'm starting to get hyped for it. I did a little nerd research. You know what was kind of fun too? So yesterday, everybody's podcasts were about how Boston sucks, rightfully so. They gave Miami credit as well, but it was a lot about how Boston sucks. Those podcasts were hard to listen to as a Celtics fan. What I'm excited about now is the podcasts are now shifting where it's let's talk about the finals matchups. And that is something that doesn't hurt my feelings. You know what I mean? It's just we're now talking about two teams vying for a championship. We've got the 8-seeded Miami Heat, the second 8 seed ever in the history of the game to make it to the NBA Finals. Shut out the 1999 Bing Bong Boys of New York. Will they be the first ever to win it, though? We've never had an 8 seed win a chip. They're going against the Western Conference, Nikola Jokic, two-time MVP, who no one thought could win in the playoffs. They're like, you can't construct a team like that and actually win in the playoffs or on the cusp of the finals with home court advantage. Jamal Murray, fresh off of catastrophic knee injuries. Michael Porter Jr., the back of an 85-year-old man, dropping threes. You got Jimmy Butler doing his Hemi stuff, right? We saw, I don't know if you saw yesterday, but he announced he put in for copyright for Hemi Butler. He's going to start a Hemi Butler drink. I'm sure it's going to cost like $800. But Big Face, listen, if you guys ever want to slide in, be an official sponsor of the NBA Bit and Team Hold, we're down for that. We are down for that. But is Jimmy Butler, I mean, because like, you know, I don't think it rewrites his legacy. It's such a weird thing when you talk about like the GOATs, the best of all time, right? Because there's so many different aspects. There's so many different aspects of the game that is taken into consideration where you put them up there. But if Jimmy Butler wins a chip, I mean, that like in the manner that he's done it as an 8 seed, putting a team on his back, going through Giannis and the Milwaukee Bucks, going through Tatum and the Celtics, New York, and then Nikola Jokic, right? So the two consistently talked about best players in the game, Giannis and Jokic right now. He'd have to go through both of those. The Celtics, who have been vying for a chip for the last 4 or 5 years, they'd have to go through that team as well. It would be wild. It would be wild. With the people in the chat says, was the wrong year for Embiid to win the MVP. I feel like he should have got it last year and Joker this year. I know, right? And Stan saying, everyone's saying that he'd have no chance. Casuals will never learn. I know. I mean, listen, also Stan, congrats to you, man. I'm still every morning, I wake up, I do a couple of things, I got to stretch a little bit, get the back loose. Sometimes I go for a walk to go grab coffee like I did this morning. And then I get on Twitter and I scroll a little bit. And I get to see Stan just replying to people with clown emojis. And it doesn't matter. It could be people he knows in the Top Shot space. It could be people like me. Or it could be official correspondents for ESPN. Either way, I appreciate that energy. Yeah, a ring for Jimmy means another ring for Haslam. Yeah, not enough Udonis Haslam talk. So I don't know. I'm pumped. I really am pumped for this finals now that we are a day removed from the Boston Celtics taking a dookie. I am really excited. So I dug in a little bit both on this playoff run for both of the teams and just like historically how they've matched up against each other. And a couple of things that stood out, and one that I thought was wild. So if you look at the playoff minutes throughout the entire playoffs, right? So minutes played by these players, Jimmy Butler has played 669 minutes. Bam has played 640 minutes. The Joker, 583, Jamal, 587. So basically, Butler and Bam have played 2 more full games. And I don't mean full allotment of minutes. They almost 2 full ass 48-minute games more than the rest of those guys. And I think what's even tougher about that, that doesn't even stick out as much until you realize that those extra minutes were logged most recently, right? It's not like Miami went 7 in the first round and Jokic and the Nuggets went sweep. But the fact that a lot of those extra minutes just came in these last couple of games, right? That's where the heavy logging of minutes happened. And now they don't really have the same amount of time. And yes, sure, Jokic and Murray, 587, 583 for both of them respectively. They've had time. They've had 9 days to just kind of chill. And I don't know how much that actually matters. I think if we didn't see Miami, but Jimmy Butler specifically laboring in games, 5, 6, and 7, even though still putting up numbers, definitely looked like he was missing a little oomph in there. And it makes me wonder, will he be a little bit rusty? Will he be a little bit slow? I imagine that's not the case for game 1. I think adrenaline is a hell of a drug in that he'll be jacked up and ready to go. Even though you just played some games, I imagine you get up for the NBA finals, right? Even with the altitude and everything like that. I do think though, game 2, that's when game 2, game 3, as the series gets stretched a little bit more, that's when you see that the wear and tear make itself known a little bit more. All right, hold on. Let's keep going. I want to catch up on the chat here. If the Heat win, Jimmy goes in the same category as Dirk with the Mavs. Yeah, I mean, I guess I think not as an all-time great. I think he goes in the same category as a historic run. Because Dirk, you look at Dirk's numbers and compare them to Jimmy, I don't think they're very comparable. I think you can compare the runs, though. I think you can compare the runs. They're comparing Jimmy to Wade and Joker to Dirk. Yeah, I don't know. That's interesting. I feel like Wade's considered the second best 2 guard of all time, isn't he? Or 3? No, not the second best. I'm sorry. 3rd best, right? Isn't Jordan, Kobe, and then Wade right there? Am I wiling on that ranking? Mike's in the chat saying, "Hey everyone, sorry late. Are we having a rant of the day for this fine Wednesday?" No, I don't think so. I haven't gotten mad yet. Also, shout out to Veronica for setting me off yesterday about the flight stuff. We actually clipped that and put that out in our own little video, so you can go check that out as well. Wade is a game show host. That's a good, but yeah, but does that hurt or help the legacy? I think normally you would say hurt, but then you look at what Michael Strahan's done. Who knows? All right. A couple of other things that I dove into a little bit here. So the Nuggets have won their last 6 games against the Miami Heat over the last 3 seasons. I actually was surprised about that. I didn't realize that Denver has dominated the games between them. All I remember is Jokic pushing one of the Morris Bros in the back. The last Miami win was back in the bubble. It was August 1st. It was August 1st there. And since 2017, Nikola Jokic has averaged 22, 11, and 7 against the Heat. But Jamal, on the other hand, has only eclipsed 20 points twice during that run. So I actually thought Jamal Murray was going to be in a sweet spot here. Now you got to remember, since 2017, He missed a full year, right? And then one of the games is when he came back and he was injured and slow. But I thought that was pretty interesting that Jamal Murray was a little bit hampered. Michael Porter Jr. had one good game during that stretch. Well, not that he was having bad games. It was a lot of like 14, 16 points. He had one game where he eclipsed 25, but for the most part, Michael Porter Jr. was a little bit slower. I would argue Michael Porter Jr. is a little bit of a different player now. And I still think that's like the juicier matchup, unless, as we the people pointed out earlier this morning, would Jimmy Butler get the Michael Porter Jr. assignment? I don't know why I didn't think that. I thought maybe he would land on Aaron Gordon, or maybe he would land on even like Jamal Murray, but I don't think that's going to be the case. So that's probably right. I still think Michael Porter Jr. has the reach to just chuck right up over him. But the Jamal Murray thing stood out. I guess it's like hard to compare regular season Jamal Murray to playoff Jamal Murray, because clearly he's been someone who has consistently elevated his game almost by like even this year alone. He's scoring, I think it's 6 more points per game in the postseason than he did in the regular season. So I guess it's kind of hard to compare since Denver and Miami have never squared off in the playoffs. So I think the Jamal Murray matchup is going to be pretty interesting. On the Miami side of things, Bam has really struggled during the postseason. I'm sorry, during his run against the Nuggets. He's averaged 13-7 in 12 games against Denver. So that hasn't been the sexiest of matchups for Bam. Jimmy, on the other hand, has been solid. 20 points, 7 boards, and just about 6 dimes in his run against Denver. And that was over 6 games since he's joined the team a little bit later. Stan saying Hero versus Murray. We're not going to see Hero till at least game 3 or game 4, it sounds like. I was listening to the Hoop Collective yesterday, and Brian Windhorst talked a little bit about that. It doesn't sound like Tyler Hero is going to be ready for the 2 away games. Snoopaloop saying, who will draw the Duncan Robinson assignment? Yeah, I'll be fascinated to see what that matchup looks like. Is Duncan Robinson, are we going to learn that Duncan Robinson is just in God mode? Or do we learn that Boston was really that unfocused on the defensive end? And Veronica with boots on the ground takes here said, the way Jimmy slapped Hero's hand for a handshake last game, it's looking good. Yeah, I guess we didn't pay attention enough to the way people dap people up. And so maybe Tyler Hero can play in a professional NBA Finals basketball game if his handshake game is strong. So that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Stan saying he's a casual to We the People for saying the Joker will expose Bam. I just gave you, in fact, Stan, that Bam has struggled against Denver and Jokic has pretty much averaged triple-double. I do think this is going to be a tough matchup for Bam. Listen, no one is going to argue against Bam's defensive abilities. I think I would take AD defensively over Bam, and Jokic just worked him for 4 games. In 4 games, he worked him. This is a bad matchup for Bam. I think the only way that Bam needs to make his impact offensively, in my opinion. He needs to make Joker work. He needs to put some pressure on him. They need to get Jokic in foul trouble. That's like the one thing that I think Miami can do that they excel at better than most teams, and that's getting teams into foul trouble. We've seen it happen. Like I think in game 6, they got the Celtics into the bonus in like the 9-minute mark in the third quarter. I think it was too. So I do think I think that is a space that they could expose Denver a little bit, because if all of a sudden, if Jimmy Butler's just kind of going, with all of his pump fakes, and he gets Aaron Gordon in foul trouble, and now you're stuck putting Bruce Brown, or you're stuck putting Michael Porter Jr. on Jimmy Butler, that's going to be a problem. That is going to be a problem. I think they're going to need Aaron Gordon to stay with him. And same thing with Jokic. If Jokic gets in foul trouble, now you're playing Aaron Gordon at the 5, or you're rolling out DeAndre Jordan, right? So there's not a lot of options that they have, or Jeff Green at the 5, I guess. So I think if they're able to put them, you get Jimmy and Bam just putting him in a pick and roll. And maybe that is like, if you do get Tyler Hero back, because I know we joked that, Tyler Hero, not really, he's that Ewing theory effect or whatever Bill Simmons would say. But I think trying to get Jokic in foul trouble early, is the only way they can do it. There might be, maybe we see Denver too, because something that they did against the Lakers was they really played that drop coverage on defense. And if Bam is going to be offensively challenged in the way that he was the second half of this series against the Boston Celtics, they're screwed. I really do think those are the two. Foul trouble, and Bam's going to be able to hit that like free throw jumper. I think that's the only way. That's the only way. And I know I said this yesterday, right? I do think Denver is the better team. I think Denver will win this series. However, I would be surprised by nothing. If I said Miami's best shot is probably stealing game one. And if that happens, the series gets extended in a way. To Tesla saying, yeah, if I was coaching, I'd keep Bam sprinting end to end. I'm right. That was something that every podcast pointed out after I think it was game 2 in the Eastern Conference Finals, right? Bam would grab a rebound and then just sprint down the court. And I think that is like that just went away, though. That just goes away later in the series. And maybe he's tired. I don't know. Again, we already talked about how many minutes he had played so far, right? What was that again? 641 minutes so far this playoffs. Maybe he was tired. But I think that's what they got to be doing. Because Jokic also, like, I know we like to joke about Jokic not being in shape or looking like a YMCA bro, or I tweeted how he looked like he would guard Philip Seymour Hoffman and along came Paulie. Jokic has been out there sprinting end to end, like after misses, all of it. He's just kind of running. So I don't know. I think that's where the series hinges on, though. Bam being able to slow Jokic a little bit and punish him on the offensive end, and then Jimmy Butler being able to just draw everybody into foul trouble. Yeah, I agree. No room to be indecisive, has to make quick decisions. And you know what? We haven't talked about the real X factor, the should have been Eastern Conference Finals MVP, Caleb Martin. Like, again, is Caleb Martin just going to shoot 50% from three? Because that could also be a problem. 50% from three would really change things a little bit if he's going to just cook from the outside. It's going to be a lot of fun, though. Oh, wait, hold on. Breaking news. All right, Veronica is showing us handshakes here. So I think let's Zapruder film the shit out of this right now, right? We got to figure out what exactly happened here. Okay, wait, why is this? Is that going to show? Why is that? Hold on. One more time. Why did that do that? That's so weird. Let me stop sharing screen again. Let's do this. Here we go. One more time. Everybody's feeling fine. Here we go now. All right, let's do it. Wait, why is it doing this? Why is it showing you my notes? What is going on here? Hold on. Let's get out of here. Let's get out of this here for a second. Oh man, what a buzzkill. We had a good vibe going. I was moving around here. Let's see what this works. Okay, like the stream. Wait, what is going on? I don't even have that window open anymore. What? All right, hold on one second, gang. Let's try this out here. Let's try this. Let's try that. Wow, this is weird, man. My computer, like, I don't even have that tab open anymore, and it's still every time I share a screen, it's showing you my email. I don't have my email open. There we go. Woo, that was wild. No, dude, I've changed, Limsey. I've changed. I take notes now. Superloop says, so what we are basically saying is if the Heat don't get Denver in foul trouble, they have no chance. Yeah, I think that's true. Oh, man, we have to do a video drop because your boy is going to sneeze. Hold on, let's do this.
We're the Porters. We share the crowd of up and down performers. Throwing things in buzzer beater corners. And one of us is playing for the Warriors. We're juniors and we're the Porters.
All right, let's go. Let's go to the tape here. We're going to go full screen. Let's watch the handshake. All right, there's Tyler Hero. No way was that. Oh, my God. You think that's... Look at this again. Look at this. Okay, that is dead fish handshake. Look at this. That dead fish, dude. Dead fish right there. He's not playing until game 4 of next season. Oh, my God. And then he even, like, winced a little bit, too, huh? Wow. Let's one more time. Oh, no. Yeah, that's, man. Oh, my God. That is a tough scene. I don't like it. I don't think Tyler. Oh, God. I feel like we got to play the Hero drop just to, like, make that feel better. You know what I'm saying? Because Hero down bad. Oh my God, you guys couldn't see the video? What the hell is going on? Hold on, let's try this again. What is going on with the share screen? Video didn't play, huh? You guys can't see this? Wow. Yo, the StreamYard is down bad. Let me try this one other way. What is going on with StreamYard, man? Let's do. Let's try this. All right. All right. Now can we see it right now? Can we see this video before I go full screen? I just want to make sure people can see that. Let me know in the chat you can see it before I go full screen. Man, that's wild. This screen share losing its mind right now. All right, it's playing. All right, there we go. Let's go full screen here. Look at that handshake. That's weak sauce. Oh, dead fish. That is a dead fish handshake. No way. Let's no 2 more times. Look at this. Ow! Yeah, no, he's down bad. He's like, oh, Jimmy. And Jimmy knew too. Jimmy's like, no, I won't give you the real stuff, dude. Look, it wasn't even a dap. Oh, man. Yeah. No, he's down. He's down bad. He's down bad. Sorry. Sorry, haters. I like that. I like that. Also, shout out Veronica doing, that's like doing homework right there. You know what I'm saying? That's doing homework. All right, let me close out of this. Anyways, that was chaos. That was I don't know what's going on with share screen. Going on. I'm about to lose my mind right now. Am I back? What is happening? Oh, I'm so frozen. I'm so frozen with my mouth wide open. I can see it, dude. Oh my God. Am I still not back? Do I have to go fucking on a walk? Am I? Oh my God. All right. We got 2 ball. I think we're back, man. That's bad. This is a good point. Good point by Botavine here. Still better than the infamous Judge and Jacob handshake. Where's the Judge at? Anybody seen the Judge? Has anybody seen the Judge? Oh, that was frustrating. Anyways, I want to go back to what Top Shot Tesla said. He said, do you think the Miami Heat zone can disrupt Denver? I'd be curious what the chat's thoughts are on this. I think that's actually not the best matchup for zone against Denver. I feel like Denver is a team that has no problem moving without the ball, cutting, finding the open space, knocking down open shots. The reason the zone was so effective for game 6 and 7 is because Boston couldn't hit a shot, right? And the reason it worked in game 5 the reason it didn't work in game 5 was because Boston was able to chuck threes, right? When you hit threes, it's a different story. It's hard to play zone when everyone's hitting outside shots. However, Boston wasn't able to do it, so the zone becomes super effective. So I wonder, I don't know. I wonder maybe if Denver goes cold from 3, it would be very effective. But the way Denver moves without the ball, the way they can Jokic and Jamal Murray just kind of doing that 2-man game, I don't know. Veronica says the zone terrifies me. Leaves too many 3-point opportunities, and we know Denver is great from 3, right? You're going to have Michael Porter Jr., KCP, Bruce Brown, Jamal Murray, Jokic, all of those guys knock down 3-point shooters. I do wonder, like, Aaron Gordon had a really tough series against the Lakers in that 4-game series, right? He was no showing for the first 3 games. In the 4th game, he woke up a little bit, was a little bit more effective. I do wonder how Aaron Gordon comes into play if Miami's able to do something similar where he's pretty much ineffective in the series, but that'll stick out. Limsey in the chat saying Joker will carve up the zone. He works in the middle and free throw area, typical soft spots. Yeah. And Jokic shoots like 63% on his like floater, what's considered in the floater range. Yeah, Jamal Murray in one of the games by 3rd quarter, he dropped 53 points. Yeah. Jamal Murray, dude. Murray the God. Had a little cold brew this morning. This is going to be great. I'm going to be psychotic later in the day. It's going to be fun. How many points do you think Joker averages in this series? I think we're going to see like a 25, 12, and 9. That's what I'm going to give you. 25, 12, and 9. I think this series, it's going to be everybody gets some. I don't know if we see Jamal go for 50 or Jokic go for 50. I feel like you're going to see KCP 18 a game, maybe 18 a game strong, but we'll see KCP have a game. We'll see Michael Porter Jr. have a game. I do think, though, Jimmy Butler is going to average over 30. I think Jimmy Butler will have himself a series. I don't know what the best, unless he's like super tired. I just don't know. Aaron Gordon's a really good defender. Denver's been playing better defense as of late. I don't think that's the best. I don't think that's the best matchup for Denver. I think Jimmy should be able to cook. If you were the Heat coach, would you let Joker score or assist more? Yeah, I think I'd want to. I think I'd be happier if Joker has to score 50 to win. I think I would try to shut down all those shooters because that's when Denver becomes the most dangerous. When you just have dudes wide open knocking down shots, they're a tough shot making team. Becomes a little bit harder. Becomes a little bit harder to defend. And you saw, I actually don't know this is true. I'm only thinking of game 4 against Phoenix where Jokic went for like 50 points, right? And a loss. It feels like we've only seen them lose 3 times this postseason, twice against Phoenix and once against Minnesota, which is crazy. The Lakers didn't even get a win. Yeah, I don't know. But I think with the game starting tomorrow, or game 1 starting tomorrow, I think my official take is going to be Denver in 6. Everyone else is taking Denver in 5. This is what I think is going to happen. I think Miami is going to give Denver their first loss at home in the postseason. And it'll be Miami's first win against Denver in like 3 years. I think Miami goes in and they win game 1. I think they steal game 1. I do. I think there's going to be like this weird momentum, adrenaline rush. Everyone's like, oh, they can't play altitude. They're exhausted. Denver wins at home all the time. Everyone's counting them out. I think Miami goes in and wins game 1. Then I think Denver wins 2. No. Yeah. 3 in a row? 4? Yeah. And then I think they win 3 in a row. And then Miami, right? Wait, I can't do this fucking math. Yeah. They lose game 1. They win game 2. They win game 3, lose game 4, win game 5 and game 6. There you go. That's how I'm playing that out. That was hard math. We had a tough time with that. That was really difficult math. We the People's also saying Denver in 6. Miami's going to take both home games, he says. What do you guys have? Who do you have? Tell me. Give me your predictions in the chat here. I'm saying Denver in 6. Liam says, can you sing happy birthday for my brother, Jake? Liam, how old is your brother? And is he watching right now? Because if he's not watching, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it, Liam. But he has to be watching. He has to be watching. And I'm going to do it at the end of the show, Liam. I'm not going to do it right now. You can't mess up the flow. This flow's too good right now. All right, Badavine saying Nuggets in 5. Common Man saying Nuggets in 6. Stan, I need Stan's prediction. I need Veronica. Keeper says Nuggets in 6. Hoop Junkie. Also, great avatar, Hoop Junkie, says Denver in 4, and it won't be close. Wow, calling the sweep. Calling the sweep. I like it. I like it. That's fun. Liam says first game goes to the Nuggets. All right. Nuggets in 5. I think it will be a surprising 4-0. Nuggets in 6. All right. Is anybody taking the Heat? Except Stan says Heat in 6. I think if the Heat are going to win it, it's going to be in 6. Like, I don't think they're going to sweep them, and I don't think they'll close them out on the road. So I think if the Heat do win the series, I'd bet them in 6. Heat in 7. Liam, you're 13? You're 13. Okay, but Liam, how old's your brother, though? I didn't know he had 13. I'm swearing too much for 13-year-olds in the chat. Don't tell your parents. All these fools called the Celtics sweep. I can't wait for the Heat to lose and then Stan be like, oh, you know what, though? It's not really an L. We got there. It's not really an L. What redemptions do I need to buy? You know what? I'll play the drop, but you know what I'm not going to do? Talk about redemptions.
None of this is financial advice. Do what you love what you do. Something like that, right?
Anything else about the finals previews before we turn the tables? Shout out to Dell turning tables. But yeah, let's go over to. Let's remind the people we'll do a little giveaway here, like the stream. Let's see how share screen works. Wow, it's still doing it. This is bonkers. Share screen is broken. I got to do the full window, which is super annoying. I mean, the Chrome tab, which is super annoying. Like the stream, subscribe, #finals, put it in the chat. Put it in the chitty chatty. And we'll give something away here at the end. Oh, your brother is 13. Happy birthday, dear Jake. Happy birthday, dear Jake. Happy birthday, Liam's brother Jacob. Happy birthday to you. There you go. Wow, that was freaking nice, dude. You guys should sign up for VIPs if you haven't yet. That was good money. Yeah, I honestly don't get paid enough for this, dude. I don't. You'd have to pay Michael B. Jordan millions of dollars to do that. And I'm not saying I am Michael B. Jordan. Ending was very thanks, Peter. Thank you, Peter. New career. Yeah, we're pivoting, dude. That's the thing about Team Hold. We're always pivoting. You know what I'm saying? We're like the Friends episode. We're always ready to pivot. Oh, wow. A lot of Adam Sandler stuff. Yeah, this is the key, guys. When you can't sing, you just try to sound like Adam Sandler. Except Adam Sandler can sing. He just does that. All right, let's I kind of wanted to talk about Dapper stuff a little bit because there was an interesting article that came out in The Athletic by Daniel Kaplan that I wanted to talk about. We the People says Bandy is like, why is my human so weird? And then he went back to sleep. Yeah, he heard me shift a little bit. He was like, am I going out for a walk? That's what ended up happening. Yeah, Marilyn Monroe, voiceover income stream for the win. Yeah. Is Liam an investor? That's a great point. Liam, are you an investor? Yeah, I wanted anything else on the finals? Does anybody need to get a take out there? Does anybody need to rip off a take? You could do an incredible Peter. Dude, you know what's I did a Peter Griffin the other day. Anytime I have to do any sort of like impression or voice, I can't like do it on command, but I can like lean. I gotta like ease into it. It's a weird thing. Also, Skeets, I saw it. Did you finish I Think You Should Leave? I ripped off, I think I did 3 or 4. The third episode of I Think You Should Leave is my favorite of the new season. That was so far anyways. That was my favorite. And you know what I love about it? It is so true to sketch comedy in the sense that if you go see a sketch show live, you probably see like 6 or 7 sketches within a sketch show. That's usually, right? We do like 6 or 7. There's going to be like a couple that just whiff. The couple that are so bad that it's not going to work. But all it takes is one per show to be like, this is worth it. If you could, they're like, and there's one in every single episode that gets me laughing, like belly laughs. And that's all it takes. And it's worth it. Because sketch is so hard. Your default impression is Bill Burr. Yeah. But again, you tell me to do Bill Burr right now. I can't do it. I think it's when I start doing the high voice stuff. Anyways, you didn't dislike a single sketch. Yeah, it was so good, man. It was the fast food one. I think the fast food one was one of my favorite ones. That and and the crooners. The crooners was top notch. Hoop Junkie. No, you got to tune into No Dunks. Can't share any alpha like that in here. You got to tune into No Dunks. All right, I wanted to go over the Dapper thing quickly. I don't know if you guys saw this. So Daniel Kaplan from The Athletic shared. Had a piece yesterday. And now this isn't specifically, this isn't just Dapper, but Dapper is included in it. So the NFLPA, this is the headline, baby. The NFLPA owed $41.8 million in licensing and marketing payments from affiliate following crypto collapse. Okay, that's fine. But we'll do, also, do I get in trouble for sharing paid stuff like this? I don't know. Sign up for The Athletic, and you know what? You can use promo code No Dunks because we don't have one. But anyways, close affiliate to the NFLPA, been unable to collect $41.8 million. The thing that I like about this is this reminds me of Sally Mae for me, when I was like 24, Sally Mae being like, hey, we're trying to collect. You're the one that chose to go to a private liberal arts school for a 4-year degree for a school that didn't give you enough money to go there. Hi, Sally Mae on the line. That's what this feels like. So they worked with a company called, One Team Partners. I'm not sure if Drake named them or not. We talked about One Team Partners before in another article that I believe was either wasn't Dapper. It was it wasn't The Athletic. It was Coin Bites, Coin something. I don't know, Coin something. They put something out there. And remember, what I love about this is anytime an article comes out like this, everyone just buckles up and they're like, must be disgruntled former employees, must be FUD machines, must be we are early. And the more and more this happens, the less that's probably true. Anyway, so back to this. Let me blow this up a little bit more. As of February 28th, 2023, there is uncertainty surrounding collection of certain accounts receivable from One Team Partners LLC. Therefore, an allowance has been recorded as of that date for these amounts. The union wrote in a footnote at the end of the annual report. Earlier in the report, the NFLPA listed $41.8 million for One Team next to accounts receivable category of funds owed by customers. Okay, so I wanted to get you the good part. And by good part, not really good part, but good part that it's kind of what we're into. So here we go. The unpaid bills appeared tied to the news in Sportico last month. That's the article we were referring to. I should have just kept reading. That Dapper Labs, the platform for the NBA and NFL's sputtering non-fuckable tokens and DraftKings Rainmakers NFTs, had each engaged the NFLPA to renegotiate their deals in light of the plummeting value of the digital assets. So that was the thing that we were talking about before, right? That they were unable to come due, and that they went into a meeting with the NFL, not necessarily the NFLPA, but One Team LLC, the team that works with the NFLPA, being like, hey, we would like to adjust the terms of our deal. Again, similar to conversations I've had with Sally May in the past. And the NFLPA was like, not a chance, right? Not a chance. And now we're in this situation that we're in. The unpaid, anyways, then came a report this month. The DAPA NFL NFT was badly missing financial goals. This was From the Block. That was the one we were thinking about, From the Block. And everybody was like, oh, the guy who wrote this is a hack. And again, now we're seeing more and more. One Team would have expected around 60 mil from Dapper and DK. Of that, 41 mil would go to the NFLPA. That's what's happening. Now NFTs are relatively new, so most of the money typically comes from Madden and trading cards. By that, this person means the bread and butter licensing business, like video games and trading cards at the NFLPA, remains healthy. It's the crypto is a relatively new category for the unions and has not been relied upon for a source of revenue. Still, this person described the non-points of 41.8 mil as horrific. Yeah, I would guess almost any industry missing 41 mil is a problem. I don't think there's really anything else. Like, clearly this article is slanted a little bit as he talked about some of the stuff. The true value of an NFT has long been debated, and the naysayers appear to have the stronger hand now. But in 2021, they did not, and that's when the NFLPA and NFL reached their deal with Dapper. So this seems to be one of those things, right, where the deal was signed when our bags were high. And what I think is kind of nice, if we want to zoom out a little bit about this, is that our experience isn't so different than Dapper's experience, right? In the sense that in 2021, we also felt great. Clearly it's easy to write pieces like this when they are in the bear markets. But I do think, like, when you talk about licensing deals, licensing deals are not like diamonds. They are not forever. So at some point, the licensing deal will be up, and they go back to the table. They go back to the drawing board, and they have little conversations, and they say, hey, should we do this again? Or should we find a new partner to take the reins? And I think when you have a history of missing your goals financially by the tune of $41.8 million, about the licensing deal, Andre, I don't know what the NFL is. I don't know anything about the NFL. The NBA, Rohan has explicitly said it goes to the end of the decade. And I shared something from, what's his name? Overpriced JPEGs, that podcast. I shared a video of that last week. And blog marketing director extraordinaire, Sean, Mr. Bing Bong, Patrick Ewing, he replied to that tweet saying he's wrong when they alluded to the fact that it was going to end in 2026. He said he's wrong with ellipses. He said ... I responded to that being like, thank you for letting us know. I think like getting that official information is really important, and encouraged him to highlight that on the next AMA blog, because the only way that Top Shot directly communicates back and forth with the community is through their AMA at the end of every month, that I think they do at the end of every month. And this time they didn't do it. Even though the blog did come out that same day, they didn't do it. So I believe the NBA one ends at the end of the decade, which 7 years. So we'll see. The NFL, I don't know what the licensing deal is, but I do think like, this is probably not the first time something like this has happened, but I do think with this being relatively new technology in spaces like the NBA or the NFL, if you are going to aggressively miss your marks, I don't know what that means moving forward. And maybe this is just a blip and that it pumps and we go to the bull market again or something like that, and then everybody changes their mind. I want to make sure I didn't miss anything else here. Let's see. But I think that's it. So if you have any takes on that. Oh, Liam, I see you still putting finals in there. Don't worry, buddy. You're all set. I got you in there. Side note, did you see LeBron needs surgery and may take next season off? So I don't think he's taking next season off with the people. They've actually made it sound like he is going to be back. I wonder if he takes his time with his offseason surgery, though. I wonder if he takes his time and maybe gets it like later in the summer than he normally would. Maybe he skips some of the preseason, maybe like right around Christmas. That would be a LeBron move, right? He's like, hey, I can't really play the first couple months, but Adam Silver, do me a favor, put us on Christmas, put us against the Denver Nuggets, and I'll go out there and that'll be my first game back. I could see something like that happening. The dude is old now. He's old and he's tired. There's no reason he should play all those games. Liam, you got to chill with those emojis, man. You're wilding out, Liam. George, what's up, George? Shout out George, still grinding the So Rare streets out there, balling. How are you hanging since the Celtics loss? Are you on the the Brown bounce wagon? No. I'm actually glad you brought that up, George. So I was looking more into the Jaylen Brown situation, and I've been pretty firm on this the whole time. I think it's pretty wild. I think it's pretty wild to move off Jaylen Brown. I don't even think it should really be a conversation unless Jaylen Brown is the one out there saying, hey, I don't want to stay here long term. I just don't think there's a world in which you get anything back in value. And if your best player, who is your star, who is an MVP candidate, is saying, hey, I want to play with Jaylen Brown, then Jaylen Brown's going to stay. That's how the league works, right? Now, if Tatum doesn't like LeBron, get out of there. George says, I've seen legit people talk about Trae Young trade deals. Yeah, I thought that was interesting. Shout out Wayne Spooner, who writes for the Celtics blog. He put out a piece or put out a couple of trades that included teams that I don't think would do anything like this. So that's the other thing. I think a lot of people are like, hey, we're going to put out deals for Jaylen Brown, but why are these teams going to be interested in it, right? So like I saw Trae Young and DeAndre Hunter. I think that's pretty interesting. I don't think either team would do it. I saw Desmond Bane, Tyus Jones, and Xavier Tillman for Jaylen Brown. I don't think Memphis is doing that. I don't think Memphis is moving off Desmond Bane. I don't think that's whatever. And then the other one I saw was Mikal Bridges and Nicholas Claxton. They're not going to do that either. Like those don't make sense in my opinion for either team. The one I will say that I think the Portland situation is kind of interesting. But again, I just think like unless you're getting Dame back, right? Simon's in a pick or Sharp in a pick. Like that doesn't make sense for a team that has gone to 3 of the last 4 Eastern Conference Finals, that fresh off an NBA Finals trip, that made it to Game 7 of the Eastern Conference Finals. Like clearly they need to make some adjustments. But and I see a lot of discourse too around how the Celtics are in a brutal situation moving forward because of the new CBA and paying 2 stars. Yeah, but so is every other team. Like Milwaukee needs to figure out what Giannis's deal is going to look like long term. They're going to figure out what they're going to do with Middleton and Drew Holiday. They don't have any like assets to move off of, right? Because that's how they got Drew Holiday in the first place. You look at Philadelphia. I mean, yeah, they got Embiid and they got Nick Nurse. What's going to happen with Harden? How are they going to fill in some of the holes that clearly their roster construction has? right? So they're not in great shape. I mean, honestly, Miami's probably in the best shape. All they got to figure out if they're going to pay Gabe Vincent. Atlanta's weird, right? Cleveland, I guess, is in a good spot right now. But I think every team is going to be faced with similar situations. Do you build around one star and a bunch of C plus B minus guys, or do you get 2 stars and a bunch of C minus D plus guys? That's how every team is going to be faced with the same situation, or they're going to have to go wildly into the bank. You know, like Denver's going to be in a weird spot. How are you going to pay 3 max guys? You can't do that with the new collective bargaining agreement. So anyways, all that to say, I think it's nuts to move off Jaylen Brown. I don't think there's a move that makes sense. And yeah, do I wish he could dribble better? Yes. Yeah. Do I think he had a terrible game 7? Absolutely. But there's no move they make that makes them more competitive or better now. They need to I would like to see them bring in another point guard. I said this yesterday. I think they're going to move off of one of the Celtics guards, whether it's Smart, White, or Brogdon. I mean, White looked like the second best player on the Celtics throughout the postseason, outside of a few games against Philly. But I think they move off of one of those dudes. I don't know. You got Al still under contract. I don't know if Al still got it. So I think a lot of teams are going to be in a tough spot moving forward. But I think you pick up Jaylen Brown and you move up. You move up and you move on. I don't like that Kyrie and Kevin left Brooklyn. Are you a Brooklyn fan, Liam? Eyes off the Grizzlies. I don't think the Grizzlies are doing that. I don't think they're doing that. Maxey, Tobias Harris, Paul Reed no way. There's no way Philly's doing that. Man, can you imagine Nick Nurse coaching Kyrie Irving? They need, you know what? If they do that and then do like a drive to survive following Philadelphia around, I'm in. I would love to see Nick Nurse coach Kyrie. I would love that. Would you trade Jaylen Brown for Scoot Henderson? No. I mean, I like Scoot Henderson, but the reason I wouldn't do that is because, again, I'm going to go back to the Tatum thing. I think Scoot's got like a super high ceiling. I think he's going to be a lot of fun. I think any team that gets him is going to be excited to have him. But if you're Jason Tatum and you're like, hey, man, I'm trying to win a finals now, and you're going to trade the guy that made the second All-NBA team, and of course, that had something to do with a lot of injuries this season, but he made a second All-NBA team. So you're going to trade a top 20, top 25 guy for a rookie that might be really good. And if he might be really good, that means he's not going to be really good right now. He's going to be good in like a couple of years, right? So Tatum's basically like, what? So we, as the Celtics organization, we punt my age 26, 27, 28 year to try to win a chip at 29. I just don't know if players are thinking like that. Especially if that you're not taking into consideration that Tatum just straight up likes Jaylen Brown. Like, you're going to trade my friend to make us worse? I just don't see it happening. I don't see it happening. Boston Bay showed up after a couple of days. There we go. We missed you. We missed you. All right. I got to go call American Airlines and talk to them for the next 4 hours. Let's remind the people here. We got to, let me actually, before we do that, first I'll show you. Like the stream, subscribe, #finals. We got 24 entrants. We'll spin a little giveaway here at the end. We'll spin a little giveaway. The other thing I wanted to say, I know I brought this up at the beginning of the show, but let's do it one more time. If you're not signed up for Vegas yet, kid, Viva Team Hold, Park MGM. July 6th to the 9th or the 10th, depending on your flights. Staying at Park MGM, we've got Summer League games. Tickets are on sale now. NBA convention, tickets are on sale. So we're definitely going to Summer League games on Friday. We're going to the convention on Saturday. We've got the Team Hold live show on Friday. We've got a lot of fun stuff planned. We really hope you come out and join us. Happy hours galore. And don't forget, as Top Shot would tell you, we'll be hitting the tables. We'll be hitting those tables, baby. It's going to be a good time. No, not Vegas related. It's a trip that's happening now. When 89 Cavs. So 89 Cavs are going to be in Vegas, we the people. Yeah, I got to talk to the 89 Cavs boys. I got to talk to Steve and Justin. Justin was on vacation. Maybe we spin something up tonight. Yeah, I don't know. Stay tuned. Hopefully, maybe tonight, maybe tomorrow. Actually, definitely not tomorrow. I know our schedules have just been tricky. 89 Cavs are going to be in Vegas, though, baby. Vegas. Justin was straight up at game 6. He was at game 6 in Miami. He was there live. It was a good time. All right, I'm going to spin this giveaway. I appreciate everyone being here this morning. I hope you had a great time. Let's see. Winner, chicken dinner. If you win this, shoot me a DM at Mike Zakarian on Twitter or in the Discord. Make sure you like the stream, subscribe. We just crossed 9,450. Sneeps. Congrats, Sneeps, on the W. Shout out Sneeps at the Bones concert last night. T-Man said trying to change my work schedule to get to Vegas. We need it, T-Man. Need you out there. Hope you guys have a great rest of the day. Happy Wednesday. One more day, and then we get to watch basketball again. We are out.